everybody, my name is Epic Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about something that has been really bugging me ever since I've been trying to play Jujutsu Shenanigans. And that thing is MAHORAGA. MAHORAGA has been a thing. It's just been like an itch that ever since I started playing this game, it's just never been scratched. You see, MAHORAGA is, of course, a part of Megumi's kit, to where you, of course, have to use the MAHORAGA ability to, well, turn into him and get an entire different moveset. But you see, if you already saw the title of the video, you probably already know what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about how absolutely weak MAHORAGA is. He is probably one of the weakest characters, except, of course, like Nanami or something. But MAHORAGA has to be one of the weakest characters in the game. He is so unbelievably bad at what he does. I don't know how MAHORAGA still hasn't been getting any buffs yet. First of all, every character can just stun lock him, and the burst just does not work. Like, if I get two attacking dummies next to each other, first of all, the hitbox is diabolical. Wait, hold on. Look at that. Oh, if I do it again, I'm not gonna get my burst. Well, you get it. You probably experienced it before. Don't act like in the comments like, actually, I get my burst all the time. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you just don't. You're lying. You're literally just lying. Because, you see, that's the problem with MAHORAGA. He is very, very susceptible to just getting swarmed. Because if everyone swarms him, his abilities are so bad that there's no counter swarms except running. And he can't run because if he runs out of ultimate, he dies. I mean, he's kind of stuck in a limbo to where he can't run, but he wants to run. But you can run for a little bit, but then you have to come right back. And other characters just don't have to deal with that. But you see, MAHORAGA does is because people are stupid in this game. They just see big enemy equal just team on him. No. Teaming's okay if it's a MAHORAGA, of course. If it's a MAHORAGA, of course it's fine when you team on him. But if you team on me, no, that's bad. That's bad. And people act like MAHORAGAs aren't also players. I mean, if you team on a MAHORAGA, you're just as scummy as if you're just teaming on regular players. And I'm gonna stop by rambling. I'm gonna actually talk about MAHORAGA's moveset. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Divine Pummel. Divine Pummel has to be one of the worst base moves in the game. Not only does it just do, like, this amount of damage, like, I think Yuji's, like, Curse Strikes even does more damage than that. Not only that, but the animation... Well, not the animation, but the splash that it does with each slam is just not big enough. And also, not only that, the wiki says that you can hit people that are ragdolled with this move, but I have never been able to hit anybody with this while they're ragdolled. Look. I don't think you can actually hit people while they're grounded. Unless I'm wrong and the wiki doesn't say that, but... I could have swore that the wiki said that Divine Pummel can hit people while grounded. And it doesn't make any sense why not, considering how weak the rest of his kit is. He kind of needs it. Especially during combos. Which, you know, even other ultimates have combos. So I'll be considering MAHORAGA an ultimate. But, you see, other ultimates like Sukuna, heck, even Mahito, Gojo, regular Megumi, Choso, Todo, you get it. They all have some type of combo you can do. MAHORAGA? Oh, his combos, he could just, And that is super unfair. Hold on, let me try a bit harder. So I'd use the worst move in the game, then take down. Oh, no, wait. I'm supposed to use Divine Pummel. Oh, no, wait, I mean the worst move in the game. And then I gotta use this, and then take down. Whoa. And how much damage does that do? Probably less than the average Yuji combo, I betcha. Which makes no sense considering that Mahoraga is a ultimate. He has to do all of that just for half the HP. And also, Mahoraga's whole thing of him adapting is just really bad. As everyone's turning into these parries or something is very situational with pairing fire arrows, hollow purples, or like I don't know, like Mahito's like Soulfire or something. The fact that I actually find something to deflect is quite sad. Also, I think that like Mahoraga's M1s in his attack mode should block break, while the blue ones don't. Why does the blue ones block break, but not the literal attack mode? It doesn't. Like, I get, maybe it's because of balancing because of the faster M1s, but come on, it's Mahoraga. He's an ultimate. He's supposed to be overpowered. That's the whole point of an ultimate. It's supposed to be a stronger version. It's supposed to be strong, but he's not strong. He's lame. Oh, yeah, that was just my dog in the background. Anyways, not only that, I have to talk about one thing that makes Mahoraga it's just so hard to play him. And even if you're good at him, you're still probably just gonna die to the 40 million one-shot moves there in the game. Is his adaptation. His adaptation sucks. It doesn't, it's like the window is way too short. Which I think is pretty unfair, considering the fact that, you know, Mahito has a counter that just one-shots you. And, you know, Naoya just has his entire ultimate dedicated to a counter, and, you know, Charles has a counter that just also, I think, one-shots you too. And Manji kicks, well, Manji kick. Yeah, I don't really see why, Mahoraga's adaptations be that bad. Considering the fact that literally everyone else's counter is infinitely better than Maho's. Because if you miss that, you're kind of cooked. Because let's say, oh yeah, this guy's gonna hit me and stuff. And it's gonna be like, oh, oops, I mistimed it by like 1 microsecond. I just missed it. I go like, swing. Whoa, oops, I actually walked out the range. Now he can't hit me because it just made it really, really short for quite literally no reason, considering the fact that Mahoraga's whole gimmick in the anime is that he adapts. But they're gonna make his entire thing of adaptation so bad, which makes 0 sense, considering that's his whole thing. And also, I guess you could, like, adapt to bullet attacks, but why would you do that? Like, there's, like, very few bullet moves in the game. And also, like, oh, I guess you could... Could I counter a counter? Probably not. Because, you know, that'd actually, you know, make Mahoraga a strong character. But, I don't know, I guess Mahoraga is okay, but he's still a very bad character. Considering the fact that he literally just almost immediately dies when he loses his ult. Which makes him very prone to just people just running away. And if Mahoraga gets stuck in the subway, he's kind of cooked, because then people could just wall jump off the walls and then he can never catch up. Besides just using like takedown or something. Like it's where that runners get even more of an advantage if runners didn't already have the major advantage. And also, Mahoraga is a big target. He has a big hitbox. He does not have enough HP for how overpowered the abilities are in this game. His adaptation is stupid. He gets easily countered by domain expansions. His world-cutting slash is probably his best ability, besides like ground pitch. Because all you gotta do is just like do a wall jump, then use world-cutting slash midair. So the wind-up's already almost done by the time you get on the ground. Make sure that it's almost a confirmed world-cutting slash. Which is a little thing I learned. Because people can't get to you that close, that fast enough unless you're Hikari with the annoying reserve balls, or like Megami. Yeah, you see, you can like jump up in the air and like world-cutting slash. But I mean, that's really all I have to say. Mahoraga is an extremely weak character. If any developers see this, he doesn't need to like a complete buff. Maybe a rework would do, considering that they're doing a lot of reworks with Mei and Yuta, and also Higuruma basically getting an entire rework, because Higuruma's moves from when he was first released is nothing like what he is now. Essentially meaning that Higuruma got a rework. Higuruma, Yuta, and Mei have gotten a rework. But there's one character that just needs it desperately, and just give my boy Mahoraga some love with a buff or a rework. He needs it, or else just playing him will just no longer be fun. Because I've been trying to look for videos of people playing Mahoraga, and those videos were from when Megami first even released, like last year, like 2020, some 20 these nuts. But that was a long time ago, and Mahoraga was a lot weaker back then, because then you had to manually do this, so you had to basically use like 2 hands. And it was really annoying. But you don't have to do that no more, which is pretty cool. But that's not enough, particularly. Especially for the growing, like, roster of characters, and that's going to mean more overpowered abilities that Mahoraga has to adapt to. That Mahoraga players have to adapt to. Meaning that actually playing Mahoraga is going to get harder over time, because there's going to be more characters with more one-shot moves, like Ryu. And I think Mahoraga should get buffs or like reworks his abilities according to like the situation. Of course, like, the situation being there's a bunch of one-shot moves and high damage moves. Like Yuta's Beam, or Sukuna's World-Cutting Slash for his domain, or Gojo's Hollow Purple. Don't mind the noise in the back, that's just the neighbors. But, yeah. That's all I have to say about Mahoraga. Other than that, he's a pretty cool character. He's very unique. It's a unique take on like Mahoraga in like a fighting game, because Mahoraga is a very interesting character to adapt to a Battlegrounds game, considering there is a lot of things you could do with this kid, and a lot of things that you could get wrong, like with what JJS did with Divine Pummel, which is just a really bad ability. And yes, the Divine Pummel dissing will be tolerated. I will always diss Divine Pummel anytime I can get. Yeah, I could do something cool like this with takedown or something. But I think his world cutting slash should have a bit of a shorter windup. Also considering the fact that what if a Mahoraga wants to like break a domain or something? Or if they don't want to do that, give it a wider hitbox while keeping it while keeping the ability exactly the same. So and yeah. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you don't want. And give Mahoraga a bath!